Hi, I'm Harry Coyne. I'm the architect of Rock Stable Systems. Thanks for spending a little time with me today. This video is for somebody that might have an appreciation of technology, but isn't necessarily a developer, an IT specialist, or a programmer themselves. I mean to introduce the reasons why I built Rock Stable Systems and to give you an idea of what it is and why it's important and how it's an economic fit for today. A little over 10 years ago, I saw that the internet was becoming more and more and more available at higher and higher speeds, but not from creators, only from data centers to creators, mostly because of the realities of cable systems. So even though technology was getting faster and smaller and less expensive, the cloud became the place where complex technology lived, mostly because of the realities of being distribution points. But we saw now with fiber optic coming to many homes and even the higher speeds of cable systems with 5G, most business locations have the ability to have multiple high speed, fully bi-directional internet service. So why then are systems still in the cloud? Why do we rely on data centers? What's the reason for that? Well, if we're a very small organization, there really isn't a need to have systems working all the time. But if you're an organization with 6 or 7 people or 200 people that are actively using computers, or if you have technology in your business as a necessary function of what's going on in your shop, then you need computers running all the time anyway within your location. You're already maintaining them. They're doing important things for you. So why not move what's in the data center to your location, or at least the important parts of what's in the data center to your location? Well, prior to Rock Stable Systems, the challenge has become a good feature set, but more primarily redundancy, high availability. Getting those pile of servers to work with one another took architecture, took a lot of IT skills, took lots and lots of awareness of structural detail that was just daunting. So the data centers still seem to have something of a role. Well, I see the pendulum now coming back, because now we have servers that last 5 and 7 and 10 years as far as their inner structure is concerned, with performance that's more than enough to solve the needs of most operations of 1 to 100, 200 people. It's impressive, really. So even in the smallest Rock Stable Systems configuration, we have 5 identical servers, and you only need 3 of them to be running in order to have everything work. That's the trick. To have a hardware architecture where all those networking issues and all those issues of web servers and the kind of technology that you see in the cloud, email, sync to your phone, video chat, databases of various kinds, phone management, media, publication, distribution, the entire business of user authentication, who's on your staff, what authorities do they have, what are your policies, managing certificates, managing the whole domain of what used to be incorporated in internet routers as standalone boxes. Let's move those all into high capacity systems with no single point of failure. That's the vision of Rock Stable Systems. My first designs of this have been in place over 10 years now. My background has been through my whole career of delivering high capability to people in locations that they can maintain with the people they have right there, with access to broader resources if they want to dive deep into this, that, or the other feature that they have a particular interest in, without forcing people with no particular interest in a subsection to have to worry about it at all. I've accomplished that grand vision, I believe, in Rock Stable Systems, and I want to, in this Kickstarter campaign, not only, of course, popularize the architecture and bring it out there, but to generate a community of people who think, let's move all our eggs out of one basket. Let's distribute them around our locations. Let's keep information that doesn't need to leave the building in the building. Why send something over 3 different internet service providers to a data center that doesn't need to leave the building because it's just going back to the person across the hall, down the way, to some other machine in the building. So that required some real care to do all of the tricks of email, all the tricks of databases, all the tricks of high availability file service, where not only is information stored separately and redundantly, but redundantly not just on different disk drives, but on different systems that cooperate as one. But with that, we needed to worry about scalability. So although the smallest system has 5 servers, you can have up to 17 locations. You can have up to 7 servers that host little things on their own as virtual machines, but you can have up to 50 web servers at any one location, 50 database engines at any location, 50 email servers at any location, with all of the features that multiple internet service providers can afford you. It's an impressive thing. I like to tell my friends that when somebody is working at a client site with Rock Stable Systems, they look up and they say, well, why are you here, to the technology guy that shows up that day? Well, a server failed. Oh, I didn't know. That's because the guy came, knew what was wrong, fixed it, left without any downtime. They were able to have staff work from Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, knowing that if something broke in the off hours, the system would continue to function without a drop until competent staff could arrive. You had till the 2nd or 3rd of something to fail before you had to fix it. There's a lot of touches like that all through the architecture. And there's a removal of what I'll call unnecessary nests and hair. So the firewall built in, you plug the ISPs right into the back. It has 10 gigabit fiber networking. It has 1 gigabit copper networking. It supports public Wi-Fi as well as in-company Wi-Fi in a segregated way. There are so many touches, so many boxes that this checked. I've been working on this full-time for 6 years, part-time for 4 years. It's probably the culmination of my technology career, and I'm bringing it now to the public. You might wonder, how did I write all that? No. I chose the best of breed in high availability file servers, the best of breed in database systems, telephone systems, web service systems. And all those are backed by entire companies and dozens of support organizations, each with deep expertise in those areas. I've integrated them all together and rolled them out in a pre-configured way that you can manage internally. So it's all set. And you don't have to configure anything, but if you take an interest in one area, you can grow that area. And you can ignore the rest if it doesn't apply to you. But in the day that it does, it's there. It's waiting, all integrated, all with no single point of failure. And at a really affordable price, because in the entry-level system, we use servers that are 2 and 3 years old, so they're at their sweet spot of price and performance. But we gang them up so that they provide way more functions and way more speed than even a server costing $10,000 or $12,000 for one offers today, but with no single point of failure. I'm very proud of it. There's a website with a deep dive into the technology at rockstablesystems.com, and I hope to entice you to participate in this Kickstarter effort with some of the inducements and details in the information to follow. Thanks so much for watching.